Okay, looks like we're looking pretty good here. No, I'm telling you, you'll look much better with the mustache like this. It's a permanent Sharpie.
It would be beautiful. It would be like perfection.
Oh, I wouldn't draw it well.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. It's what day of the week is it? It's
Monday.
Monday. Good
Monday.
God, man. It was the weekend that never happened. I just blinked.
Right?
I'm ready for permanent weekend, Scott.
We could just, okay.
Permanent weekend.
Monday is now part of the weekend. So there we go. So here we are.
But I'm not prepared. I've bathed and shaven and doused my body in canoe. Come on, man. No, I should be, the stench should be great.
Dave says that our sound is
What's our sound?
as fine as frog's hair.
Slicker than frog's hair. A little Texanism there. Why not? Okay, hello, everybody. My name's Mike Meyers, and this is
Scott Jernigan.
Scott Jernigan? You changed it again?
I did.
All
I
right.
keep changing it.
That's going to set you back a little. And this is the Monday version of Ask Mike Anything. The goal of this live stream is to provide those of us who are isolated by the coronavirus an opportunity to continue our CompTIA studies. And so the idea here is Ask Mike Anything. You ask me questions and I answer them. And if I can't answer it, well, Scott can't either. But, other people like Dave Rush are out there who could help with the questions. So to ask a question, all you got to do is drop it into the live chat. And
Change your top chat to live chat.
yeah, so
Right.
Yeah, so I actually pop out the chat window, and at the very top on the left side where it says, what kind
Top
of
chat.
Top chat. I change that to live chat,
Because a bunch of stuff will not appear if you leave it at top chat.
and then once you do that, go over to the right where the three dots, and click on the timestamps because we're always behind the questions. So I'll always throw out the timestamp. And then that way you guys can keep track of where we're at. And so basically that's how it works. So really this is how this works. The live stream goes, we start here at, did I just hear a meow?
I'm laughing at what Andrew just posted.
I
I think we should actually address this right now.
what?
Can we have a moment of silence for my MacBook Pro, 2014 to 2021? It was no match for the coffee my wife spilled on it.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Rest in peace.
Salute. Here's looking at you, kid.
Wow, man, that bites.
Luckily, we've never poured coffee into
I've-
anything, so we could be
Absolutely.
incredibly judgmental about
Never.
Yeah, no.
I've never trashed a $4,000 or $5,000 server by sneezing on it. I've never done anything like that.
So I had on this jacket
Really?
just a couple of weeks ago. I had a jacket, and the jacket smelled so good. It just it was fresh, smelling, laundered windbreaker, kind of a thing. And I got this windbreaker on, and I'm like, wow, does this thing smell good? It just smelled, like out of the washer, dryer, good.
Right. Okay.
And I realized I'm putting one of my hands at a huge Tide Pod that never really all the way melted, adhered itself to the inside of the sleeve. So I ate it, What else are we going to do?
Hey, it's like drinking bleach.
Okay, I didn't eat.
Okay, all right. So,
Drinking.
any questions are good, except religion and politics.
Or Tide Pods and bleach.
And we just went there. So there we go.
I didn't go there. You went there. You were alone.
I went there.
You were alone.
So ask us anything.
Yeah, so let's take a look. First of all, let's take a little quick scroll through. We have no big topics for today. Is Alex on yet? No.
She's not me out.
Did we call?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hello.
All right. So I am still working on, I actually started getting back on building the ultimate career path security certifications route.
Okay.
Oh boy.
It's a
mess.
It's a mess. It's a wide open field, man.
Not only is it a mess, I don't think it's going to be realistic to be able to generate a single document that's going to reflect this.
Huh. Okay.
So I'm almost thinking about like a IT security, and these are the security certifications that actually mean something to me. Okay, I'm skipping a lot of stuff that's not a big deal to me. So I kind of do a rudiments of IT security, which would probably push through like CASP maybe, and then do cloud security, audit security, pen test, that kind of a thing. Even then, I mean, we're talking over 700 certifications. So I've been a little intimidated here, guys. I have volunteered to do more than I think I'm going to be able to do in any reasonable time frame. That's what I tell McGraw-Hill every year.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're just answering questions today, guys. So let's, Scott, do we have any questions up yet, or is everybody just chattering away?
There are quite a few questions already. Might as well take a moment here to say congratulations, Edwin, who passed his Security Plus today. So, round of applause.
Yes, definitely. Well done, Edwin.
That's awesome. Awesome.
So I've been seeing a lot of people have been studying for the 501.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, studying for the 601 using the Mike Meyers Scott Jernigan book.
If you're going to use the best, you might as well use the best.
It's not, because a lot of coverage, but anyway, there are people passing, and, more than 10.
Good. One would hope people would read our books and pass the exam.
Their 501 book to take the 601 exam.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Siegfried is saying Mr. Myers and Mr. Jernigan and Mr. Mish.
Mr. Rush.
Mr. Rush. Who's Mr. Rush? I'm kidding. When this COVID BS is gone and I go on back to the U.S., would you do the honors of signing my CompTIA books? I have them in a display case.
Because,
Display cases have little lights.
And glass.
Oh, I got to have the glass. And doors. Yeah. Absolutely, Siegfried. Our big goal, I was really talking about us going to Italy, and now everything's turning into a mess. And then I was going to be going, let's just say, into South Central Asia. And I'm really worried I'm not going to be able to go where I want to go with India. India's kind of like, if you want to go anywhere, you're going to land in either Singapore or you're going to land in, Mumbai. Huh? Surprised you there. I didn't say Bombay.
You did not. I'm impressed, Mike. You can grow.
No, not really. I'm growing all the time. So I don't know what's going to happen. These are interesting times, to say the least.
Yes.
May you live in interesting times. Andrew Hutz. Mike, did you see the email? Yes, I did see the email, Andrew. I haven't done anything with it. Because, the fool I am, you know what I did this weekend?
Nothing?
It was fabulous. I watched a new cartoon. Hang on, I'm going to look it up.
Wait, what?
It's
As in a cartoon?
An adult cartoon.
Well, I don't think we need... This is a PG channel, Mike.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
he
really...
doesn't mean that kind of a...
No, I don't mean... Okay, would you call Family Guy level of humor?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
You've never seen Family Guy?
Never seen Family Guy.
Have you seen The Simpsons?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, it's a new cartoon. It's called The Great North. It's hilarious. It's weird, because I like weird. But it's a good one.
Me.
I do. Water. You don't even catch that reference, do you?
No, I don't.
Never
No.
mind. Somebody else does. All right, what do we got here?
I don't know. Siegfried apparently is in Canada.
Here's Siegfried. Here's how Americans sing the Canadian national anthem. You ready? Okay. So everybody, you're at a hockey game or a baseball game, and they do both national anthems, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's Americans doing the Canadian national anthem. You ready? Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And then you get another beer. Because that's part of the national anthem of Canada, of course.
Of course. Always important. Because this is why you come on this channel, just to listen to me and Mike sing badly.
Rambling on. Come on, give me some questions, man.
All right.
This is the one point you want to come here and do the AMAs with me like this. Then you gotta tee them up, man.
All right,
you gotta tee them up.
I will tee them up.
We got new people here who do not understand our wacky ways, and they'll be confused.
Okay. I will tee up some questions.
Scott's like, oh, y'all got a million questions. I don't see any questions.
I don't either.
All right.
We had the moment of silence for Andrea.
All right, we'll give folks.
Okay, so 203. Siegfried actually popped the first question.
Yeah, here, wait. Nameless just popped at 211. Tech Q&A. I thought this was a comedy podcast. It's two AMAs in one.
So Siegfried asks, how would you set up a home IT office? Pi computers, Windows, Linux? It's a big question. And Mike and I would answer that very differently, because my home office would be a lights out gaming machine that I then also did work on.
Well, I mean, I'd start off, my home office starts with a pretty solid desktop machine that's capable of gaming.
Windows?
Yeah, I run Windows. Mainly because I'm doing work, I want good support of Microsoft Office. Okay. So that tends to do it. And because I'm gaming, I want to be able to play all my games. I don't think they've got a port yet for everything I've got.
Right.
That would be the main thing. But, firepower for me is 2 large monitors. I'm going to get at least 27-inch. I'm going to certainly get IPS. I'm certainly going to get 2K, if not 4K. 4K is continuing to drop.
Sure.
But I'm a 2-monitor kind of person. I don't like 3 monitors. I don't like 1 monitor. I don't like curved monitors. It's just my own thing. I still have my Antec 424 speakers. I've got a set of those. Do you remember those?
Yes, I do. Those are
they got to be close to 20 years old now.
They're ancient.
But they run
get yourself some clips.
No, I like that. These work good. I'm a 2.1 kind of guy. Have you ever done 4.1 or 5.1 sound?
Yeah.
Where you actually put speakers behind you?
Yeah, and it was annoying because I kept tripping over the cable.
Yeah, okay, me too. I just, if you have the home theater system, maybe I could see that. But in general, I've always been a 2.1 kind of guy. Sometimes a center channel for sound. Are these the questions I'm being asked here?
That was the question, yeah. It's like, yeah.
So, but for me, it's more of an infrastructure now. I mean, gigabit Ethernet into the house is almost a requirement for me. You guys, Melissa, right? Mm-hmm. NASA girl? I was finally they got it down there in south of Houston, this little town called League City, and she got gigabit.
Nice.
Yeah, and luxury once tasted.
Absolutely. Yeah. I cannot go back.
So I had this old 802.11n router that I installed for her, and she put the new one in. And it's got that, what do they call that, blue glow from radioactivity? It's Wi-Fi 6 boxes, running, 2 + 4 + 4 arrays. The thing's glowing blue. I thought it was a Bluetooth light. No, it's radiation.
The wireless is penetrating you.
You can't get close. It's like, wow. But I'll tell you, there's no dead spots in the house.
Well,
people don't even
in your heart, right?
It's fine. But people, those are people talk about phrases nobody says anymore. You ready? Okay, here's phrase number 1.
Ready.
Okay, meet back here at 1:00. Everybody meet here at 1:00.
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that anymore, right?
No.
Here's another one. Here's another one you never hear anymore.
Okay.
Oh, I've got a dead spot. I'm telling you, man, even these lower end 802.11ax boxes, because AX is not supposed to really help you unless you get into larger groups, right? Or
Sure.
if you have very mobile devices.
Right.
I mean, that's what AX is all about. And even in that case, you need more than one AX box, right? I mean, that's what it's all about.
Sure.
They're doing other stuff because it's smoking. I've got throughputs that are, many, many hundreds of megabytes per second, not bits, bytes.
Wow.
Now, these are the higher end, the routers with many antennas, but still, have a $400 router with these types of throughputs today is just, it's unreal. I'm loving it.
Right. Like living in the future.
It was like when they first came out with USB ports, and it's like, what are we going to do with this? Do you remember when USB came out?
I do.
I do remember, man. USB came out, and it came out on motherboards. It was mainly like Acer motherboards. And they're all coming out with these USB ports in the back, because that's about the same time ATX was really starting to kick in. And we all sat there and stared at those little rectangular. What are you going to do with this?
Because we've got our floppy disk.
We have our little round PS2 connectors and our parallel ports.
Right.
How in the heck? That doesn't sound right when I say heck, but you guys get the idea.
Yeah. We got it.
All right, so we got some questions scrolling up here, Scott.
Okay.
I'm going to go to 212. I see an Andrew Hutz question. Can I use VPN while also bouncing my traffic off of multiple proxies, or are they mutually exclusive? It depends on the VPN software. I've never done multiple VPN clients. Never had a motivation to do that. That'd be, of course, Andrew, that'd be my first question. Why do you want to run multiple VPN clients?
He's currently studying Person Security Plus. So maybe, and he also asked a couple of questions earlier.
Well, okay. Hang on. Let me finish this one and then we'll get them all.
Okay.
I dabble with pen testing and I want to get a better understanding of how to conceal web traffic. Andrew, I would say you should be spending a lot more time tweaking your VPN client than trying to get multiple VPN clients. The biggest problem people have, or what law enforcement says thank you about, is that a lot of people with their VPN clients, so you go through a VPN, all right, so you Tor into and you pop out in Belgium, okay, to go to some German website, say, all right?
Okay.
So the German website pops up, and the Tor is going to protect you really well. What's not going to protect you is all of the other little things that you might click on. Like, for example, you can just by clicking on certain ads and stuff like that, you in essence pick another direction, because the VPN says, and again, this is VPN client specific. The VPN client is going to have certain situations where it's not going to want to go through the VPN.
Okay.
And you have to be, it's just a matter of tweaking whatever VPN. NordVPN right now is doing a very good job of avoiding this. Tor's doing a pretty good job, but only if you use the Tor, what's the Tor browser called? Let me guess, it's called Tor browser.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right.
I think they just call it the Tor project. And that's what gets people in trouble with VPNs. It's not so much bringing up the page and all that. It's ads, pop-ups, other little side things that you click on,
Right.
and your system goes, oh, I won't do this to the VPN. This was a lot worse with Java. Now that Java's pretty much gone, it's much less of an
Right.
issue. What? Hold on. All right, guys. The problem is we're all higgly-piggly here. So where do we start? Because like here's Mr. G's got a question. Here's Monique with questions, who's reposting my question if it was missed. So I'm worried. I'll tell you what, Monique, I'm going to grab yours real quick. 2:10 p.m. Monique, just reposting my question if it was missed. It was. I was asking if there is a way to connect 3 monitors for a PC and MacBook with HDMI. Well, we can take these one at a time. Let's start with a PC. Or am I misunderstanding your question?
It sounds pretty straightforward.
So with a PC, as long as you have running Windows and you're running 3, well, actually Linux does it too now. Ubuntu's fully multi-monitor support, has been
Mac
forever.
OS. as well.
No speak Mac OS. Well, the problem, okay, let's get these one at a time. Start with the one I'm most comfortable with, Windows. As long as you can plug them in and they have recognized drivers that show up in Device Manager, I don't know what the maximum number of monitors is.
Yeah, I don't either, actually.
The word 9 comes into my brain without any basis of fact at all.
I've easily done 4 or 5.
Yeah, me too.
6.
I think 9 is the maximum by default. But Monique, it automatically, there's literally nothing you do. If they're valid video cards and they have proper drivers for the version of Windows you're running, and they're plugged into monitors, obviously, they'll just show up.
Yep.
Poof. In fact, you have to go through certain hoops to make them not show up. But why would you have it on? Why would you have this plugged in right?
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
So we need to invent a term.
Okay.
All right. Let's invent a new term, guys.
I'm very afraid right now.
No, it's just term. We're going to take off our shirts, though, the term is, as technology people, we tend to talk about, when you talk about technology that's so far weird and strange that it's academically interesting, but not practical. All right. So, for example, multiple VPN clients.
Okay.
I'm not saying no to it. I've just never had to mess with it, right?
Right.
Or, and Monique, you didn't even have to ask this question, but we took your question and pulled on it, and, sprinkled on it. Everybody owns a Plumbus, but there needs to be a phrase for, we're taking the technology. Okay, so there's a phrase down south that we use quite a bit, and it's called down in the gators. So down in the gators is like you can't see the forest for the trees. Well, you're from the South.
I am not from the South.
You're from El Paso, Texas.
I'm from California.
Southern California.
Well, it's San Diego.
Where the girls of... Oh, shoot, that's almost Mexico. ¿Cómo se llama, amigo?
Pretty much. Yeah. I even lived in Otay, a mile from the border.
You can see the fence from there.
There was no fence back then.
Yeah, not anymore, brother. Goes right into the Pacific. I always love that. So they put a fence in. I mean, you can see this. You can see it on Google Earth. And the fence goes maybe 50 feet in the water.
Why?
And all these people go, oh, I can't walk 50 feet. They can't walk around that. They've got me.
So that whole no religion, no politics?
I'm making a joke about a fence.
Okay. All good. So at 2:05, Andrew asks, would you ever run or demo running the MEMS Trojan on a virtual machine as part of a malware lesson for what not to do?
We've tried stuff like that before. We've had Michael Smyer has written us fake Trojans. And we've put half-lives in them so that they wouldn't last too long. And on more than one occasion, we ended up, I can't say we, I ended up letting stuff out into the world that shouldn't have been out there. And
Allegedly.
but I mean, none of them were very sophisticated, so it's not like they went that far, but still, the paranoia level is great. There is a website out there, and I don't remember the website off the top of my head. Here, I'm going to do a real aggressive search, like malware website, okay? But there is a wonderful malware site that allows you to just kind of mess around with a little bit of malware, Trojans, traditional viruses, and stuff like that. But you're doing it through a virtual machine, nothing local on your computer. I would not recommend that, Andrew. It's too easy. It's too easy to make mistakes.
So, another question.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. So, okay.
Go ahead.
I found Monique's first question, and it's actually different from her second question.
Oh,
This is
okay.
from 205. Is there a way to connect 3 monitors with a PC and MacBook using a KVM? So if you got a KVM, traditionally what you're going to do is you have 1 monitor, 1 keyboard, right?
Right.
Keyboard.
And 1 mouse. Yeah. And
Yeah.
you just flip between the
Yeah, KVM stands for keyboard. That's my New York accent.
It's a
Keyboard,
keyboard.
video, and monitor. Mouse.
mouse.
So traditionally you would have multiple systems and then 1 monitor, 1 mouse, 1 keyboard. And that's what the KVM was for, was to switch between those 3. So Monique, what you're talking about is the opposite of what we do with KVMs. If you have 1 system and 3 monitors, in that case, you would just let the monitors push it. So now, but no. So it says 3 monitors with a PC and a MacBook. No, you can't do that. So if I had a PC and a MacBook, and assuming I had a KVM that could support both, probably that wouldn't be that hard to figure out. We could have 1 monitor, 1 keyboard, and 1 mouse to push the Mac and the Windows system. But I don't know of a way I could do multiple monitors there. I guess you could do something weird, like if both the MacBook and the PC had a secondary video port, you could port a second KVM to those ports alone. I'm digging here, man.
Yeah.
We're down in the Gators.
Oh, gosh.
Come up. All right, guys. So come up with here. Let's do it. You guys ready?
We're ready.
We're gonna have a contest, but a different kind of contest. We need to come up with a term. Don't leave, Scott. All the plants will die. So what I need to come up with a new term that is when people are getting overly but interestingly technical. How's that?
Overly.
It has to be interesting, but I don't even want to know what Scott Jernigan's doing. I'm going to ignore him. So whoever comes up with a term that I like, first of all, you got to email me your term ideas. Send me an email. Send an email to michaelm@totalsem.com and come up with some clever term for when we're getting too detailed.
You mean in the Gators?
You looked at me all,
And I also lift my pinky when I drink tea.
You do. Keeping it PG. Okay, so that I think I've managed to answer. Jason Elms, what's your favorite flavor of Thai pod? I thought he said pod Thai, which is even funnier, and I'm going to use that as a joke somehow. What's your Thai pod or pod Thai? There's something in there. All right. I like them all, Jason. They all taste delicious. All right, help me out. What are you looking for so intently back here?
There's apparently a little gap in the books and the mirror behind you, and it's flashing the back of your head. So,
well, we can't have that.
Well, and we no longer have that.
Okay. Thank you, Scott. I don't
Thank
like
you,
my
Dave.
head flashing. Is this Dave Rush doing all this?
This is Dave Rush, absolutely.
All right.
So at 207, Mermay Lou says, I have a question. I noticed that Network Plus is a couple of years old. When is there going to be an update on the exam?
Nothing official has been announced as of yet. I can tell you that Scott and I are aggressively working on the new Network Plus book.
And that we can't actually tell you about anything.
Yeah, but I can certainly tell you what I'm doing for a living.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm working on a new Network Plus book. There's been no announcements by CompTIA. Scott and I are working on a new book.
Right.
Figure it out, kids.
So the CompTIA exams run on a 3-year cycle, at least A+, Net Plus, and Security Plus. Network Plus went live 2018, like the fall of 2018. So, just saying, math, 3-year cycle. We're guessing sometime in the fall, but we don't know that.
All right. So where was that question?
That was at 207.
All right, so I still see some questions we missed back at 205.
Wow. Okay.
Ben Bloom is asking, Mike, do you offer a CYSA course?
Oh, yes, we do.
That was at 2:03 p.m.
So we have, neither Mike nor I teach CYSA Plus, but we do have a couple of SMEs, subject matter experts, who are amazing instructors. Brent Chapman and Dr. Michael Solomon do our CYSA Plus course. You can get that at
Find bookstores everywhere.
TotalSim.com, or you can find it on
It's on Udemy for sure.
on Udemy or LinkedIn Learning. So lots of different places. But yeah, just look for Total CYSA Plus, and you'll find it. Anyway, good stuff. Both Brent and Michael are amazing instructors, and it's a good course, and it's up to date.
All right, here, Siegfried's asking me strange questions. 205. Security certificate or cybersecurity, sir? I don't know what that means. Does it make sense to you? Security certificate, 2:05 p.m. Security certification or cybersecurity, sir? That's alliteration. I want to lift Bethbethena. Cybersecurity thought.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay.
I'm not even sure what he's asking, to be honest with you. 205, Andrew Parrish. Oh, that was the
That was
MEMS.
the one I just did.
Yeah, okay.
Gringo at 205 also. Greetings from AWS Spain. España.
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 Yo hablo español?
Sí, como no.
No, yo hablo español. Dang it, what's the...
Habla inglés?
No. The funny part is, my Spanish is terrible until you get me around people who speak Spanish.
And then it's great.
Well, it takes a minute and a little bit of cervezas to kick in. But it does, I'm serious, it's true.
I believe you, Mike. I really do.
Thanks, Scott. I'm glad you do. Wait, was this The Office? You're Jim. I'll be Dwight.
I like it. Where's my stapler?
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica, and that was from the movie Office Space, that reference. Wow, you are just useless on anything that happened after the year 1600.
It's true. It's true. 1601, I'm right off the cliff. Although I was singing a couple of songs from 1602 yesterday. So,
Andrew Hutz, I'm unclear on how PGP and GPG work. Can you give me a refresher on them? No.
So Andrew is definitely working on Security Plus.
So Andrew, God, it's been a while. PGP is a pretty aggressive tool. Is it still in existence? Did it get forked or anything? Yeah, here comes the yawns.
And next he'll be sneezing because he's allergic to me. So, just...
Yeah, PGP is yesterday's taters. It hasn't been updated for 3 years. I can also tell you it's not on the 601.
It is not.
Yeah, Andrew, you're going to have to ask me more detailed questions on that. Like, what aspect of it? PGP is a large and intense and powerful tool that's not used anymore. But
So there we go.
if I was going to go for disk encryption, I'd be going to BitLocker.
Yeah.
Works fine to me.
Yeah.
Do you Mac people have anything to encrypt your disks?
Why would we need to?
Yeah, because nobody cares what's on them.
Oh, no, because nobody attacks because we're too cool. It's true.
So, Andrew, I can't instantly answer PGP or GPG in terms of how they work. I mean, we can talk about what they are. PGP was originally built as a disk and email. That's two totally different things. It's like a toaster that can also fish. It's
Your toaster can fish?
It's a very good toaster.
Oh,
Bluetooth. But so PGP originally came out as a disk encryption feature set, and then moved into email. It used Web of Trust. It was like the last functional Web of Trust network that was still out there.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to have PGP accountants. So if you could get the accountant level, then you could just sign for anybody on the web of trust. It was, it was like, what do you, those people have to sign stuff? Notaries? Mm-hmm. It's like, do we know any notaries? It'd be like, do we have any PGP accountants? And it was a funny time.
Yeah,
certificates are better. PKI's better. But anyway, so all I'm saying is, Andrew, I can answer questions, but you're going to have to ask me more detailed questions so I can answer them better for you.
So 208, Mr. G. Oh my. Okay, I'm going to read it. I'm going to go.
The abandoned bathroom story?
Yep. So I'm going through your Net Plus book, and you mentioned in Chapter 2 about a time you installed a rack in an abandoned bathroom.
I think I've told that story.
And the toilet later exploded.
It wasn't the toilet exploding per se. It was an old natural gas plant in Port Neches Grove, Texas. Janis Joplin was from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
me and Bobby McGee.
Yeah, the plant hadn't run for years, and we're trying to bring it back online. And there was an old operator shack, and we were changing all of the... Do you ever see these old gauges? They were round paper, and they had a little thing. Doesn't... The instruments of your forefathers, okay? And we were trying to bring this stuff into the 20th century. And we had a bunch of hydraulic lines that were running into this operator shack. And there was also a bathroom in this shack. And I wanted to bring some water in because the water lines that had been in there were like from,
1912.
Yeah. And these old pneumatic gauges had perfectly beautiful 1-inch water line, galvanized lines that just had air in them. And they were filled with nitrogen, to preserve them. So I pop open a line. I'm like, I'll just use one of these lines for my water. And I didn't figure out where the other end of the line was. I hit the water to bring the pressure up, and I proceed to pour water all over about $250,000 worth of instrumentation, electronic instrumentation.
Which, does wonders for that electronic.
And I just wanted to have a better bathroom, man. Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
Yeah, you give me enough beer, I got 1,000 stories like that.
Oh, super.
Andrew Hutz says King of the Hill is an adult cartoon.
I just super scrolled.
Oop, 209.
Okay.
Gringo Hispana. At Mike. AWS uses your exam lessons from CompTIA in our internal system, links us to LinkedIn videos. So no. Really? That's cool.
Yeah. I assume AWS is...
Amazon Web Services?
Well, I don't know. I mean...
Archie's Windmill Systems? I'm pretty sure it's AWS. Okay. And it's LinkedIn, because I know LinkedIn right now is giving some pretty amazing deals for things. All right,
so 211. Crazy Homebody Girl says, took another one of your practice exams, had a question on fail, secure, and fail-safe concepts. Haven't seen it in the Security Plus 501 book or objectives. Can you explain these concepts? Fail, secure, and fail-safe.
Here, let me look that up. I don't quickly remember.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, I remember talking about it, but it has to do how they fail. If something's going to break, is it broken in a locked position or an unlocked position?
Right.
Right? Or if your CMOS battery dies, how does your firmware deal with the that it can't store anything? Safe modes or things like that. Keep him busy while I read.
All right. So Andrew Hutz asks, what are the security risks of using Tor? None. It's just slow.
It's slower than dirt.
It's really, really slow.
And, also keep in mind, if you're going to be going into the Onion network, the Europeans just broke up a big pedophile ring today.
That's right. That's right.
It's not like there's a Google in there.
Yeah.
So search is tricky. And, only 3 people got arrested, and they were actually the producers. But it's a great paranoia of anybody, especially when you're in there dark webbing it. It's very cool to see places that's like, oh, I can buy this with Bitcoins, and it's like, do I want to buy this? Do I want to be here?
Am I really untraceable?
I want to go back to YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so it's very easy. Fail safe versus fail secure.
All right, we're back to Crazy Homebody.
Crazy Homebody Girl, it's trivial, and I apologize. I even had to look this up. Fail secure means something is going to, when it breaks down into a locked and a preventable thing. That's all it fail secure means.
Okay.
Fail safe means if I'm going to fail in an open and in a permissible way. That's all that means.
Okay. All right. Good.
So a door lock could be fail safe or fail secure. So, go ahead.
Right. So Siegfried, and this goes for anybody, we're at right around 2:11 p.m. If your question came before that, we've already missed it. So just post it again. No worries. It happens. So at 2:11 p.m., CLW Chang, I was able to pass the Security Plus exam. Thanks to you guys.
Well done, CLW Chang.
Awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations.
CLW Chang, is SSCP very similar to Security Plus? I don't think so. I think it's a lot more technical, but
So we're looking for questions at this point.
yeah, we're digging for. Oh, you know what? We actually had a competition. I don't think I actually finished what the competition was.
Oh, that's because I got up and you were like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving?
Yeah, somebody come up with a term for when we're being too technical but still interesting. One of these things where it's like, we are way down in this technicality that is only interesting to maybe 4 other people on Earth.
Right.
There's got to be a better term.
And Michael.
And Michael Smyer, that's true.
So at 2:12. Wow. Okay, Andrew.
And it's 2:42, so we got a lot of fire.
Oh
under
wow. Okay, we got a long way to go here. Can I use a VPN while also bouncing my traffic off of multiple proxies, or are they mutually exclusive? Oh, you did this one already. I dabble with pen testing, and I want to get a better understanding of how to conceal web traffic.
Yeah, I think we got that one.
I think we got that one. Nameless asked at 2:13, where would be an ideal place to give old laptops? Some neighbors left a couple with me and never came back for them.
Nameless, it's really, I don't know where you live. It's very position specific. And what I would do is, like, if you're in the United States, I would say pick the name of a town and then type in computing recyclers. That would be the first thing to do.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
And frankly, if they're old enough, even giving them away to like Goodwill or whatever, they don't necessarily even want them. So recycling would probably be a good answer. My mother handed me an old netbook, right? Little 12-inch thing or 10-inch thing. I was like, I got nothing. I mean, it ran Windows XP. It's too old, too slow, and recycling.
Massey Ian at 212 says, I want to know about ICANN.
Okay, tell us about ICANN, Mike.
So that's part of the Internet Assigned Names. Is that what we're asking about? They are the body that handles the authorization. They pass out IP addresses is their biggest thing. They don't even really pass out IP addresses. That's the regional repositories that do that. But they set a lot of the policies. And That's about it. They dole this stuff out. You and I can't even do business with them. What we do business with are with ISPs. ISPs are the ones who can have this stuff doled. I guess if you're big enough.
You have to be pretty big.
But I don't know.
Play with ICANN.
Not sure what else to say about that.
Yeah.
All right, so Andrew Hutz, nameless laptops.
Oh, okay.
Are there ways for a threat actor? Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me follow up, and amend my statement of recycling on the old laptops. Goodwill will take your stuff.
Will they?
It will take your stuff, and they will put it to use in some ways. So, always a good answer. That's here in the U.S. I don't know if Goodwill is worldwide, but.
So Andrew Hutz at 215. Are there ways for a threat actor to detect whether or not you're using a virtual machine? There's nothing super obvious like how to verify this is a VM that I can think of quickly.
Okay.
I know there is, but I'm not aware of any ways to do it. But I guarantee you there is some way. Anytime you use a VM, you're probably much more secure than if you're not using one. Because what you're doing with a virtual machine is you're creating a separation between the actual hardware of your system, the actual operating of your system, and your virtual machine. And that's going to help.
Other things people don't say anymore at 2:15. Andrew mentioned, don't copy that floppy.
Don't copy. You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't shoot a policeman and then steal his helmet. Skyhook Kareem. Now there's a name.
Right?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
The Skyhook man.
That guy could
magic.
Skyhook. That was amazing. Are we asking specific questions, or is any question, Skyhook? Just ask anything you want.
Anything, literally.
I have a question. I noticed that Network Plus is a couple years old. We got that one.
We did that one.
Siegfried, they don't have gigabyte internet in Canada.
We don't have it here. We have gigabit.
Oh.
So sad.
Seriously, look at all of our good friends up north. Canada, America's hat. Great Britain, America's
Don't do it. Don't do it, Mike.
wonderful special relationship.
True.
Steeped in history.
Mm-hmm.
Kick George III's butt. They don't. So I'm surprised that the UK, because they always talk about American infrastructure being so terrible. I don't know. Kind of like my gigabit both ways Ethernet. Yeah, I know I couldn't have it if I lived in
Like
Omaha.
a block from here. Yeah.
I don't care. In my bubble, I'm happy.
Yeah. We live downtown Houston. We have it all. All the heat, the humidity, the mosquitoes, the cockroaches, and the gigabit Ethernet, and gigabit internet. Even better.
Okay, so Monique is following up. So what's
okay.
basically...
Where are you at? 221?
221.
Okay.
So Monique got she got an M1 powered
Nice.
Mac something,
Okay.
all right?
Right.
What is the video on the back of a Mac Mini?
I assume it's a Thunderbolt
Yeah.
or mini DisplayPort.
So her thought is, she's got this one Windows system with 3 monitors.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's got this new Mac,
Mm-hmm.
and she wants all the monitors. I don't think you can do that.
That's an interesting question. If you had Thunderbolt monitors, you could just daisy chain them and they would all go. But if you have older style monitors,
I've tried that, and that's not an intuitive thing. Trying to daisy chain that.
okay.
Honestly, the best answer is 2K VMs.
Okay.
I know it's a little weird, But what she wants to do is she wants to have both of them, and she wants all of her monitors going both ways. Yeah, I don't think that's a really... There's got to be a way to do it. It's driving me insane. There's got to be a way.
It's not really a drive, Mike. It's more of a putt, but, just...
It's putting me insane. Sorry, Monique, I don't have an instant answer for you on that. It would be trivial if you just had like one monitor. Most responses in Reddit where I've never seen a KVM with 3 monitors. Yes, Monique, I agree, because remember, a KVM is designed to allow multiple systems share a single monitor. KVMs are designed to reduce desktop footprint and things like that. So, yeah, don't have a quick answer for you. Sorry.
Oh, Alice did show up at 2:23. Ciao.
Ragazzi. Crazy Homebody Girl. Question repost. I had a practice question on fail. Oh, I think we got that one.
Yep.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, what?
Crazy Homebody Girl says she had a practice question on fail secure and fail safe.
She doesn't say that it's our practice question.
But she doesn't see it in the 501 AIO book or objectives. I think we answered it, but now, Crazy Homebody Girl, I'm more curious about where did you get this practice question? Is it one of mine, or did you get it from someplace else? Because I don't have an answer for you.
2:24. Andrew, do you like Led Zeppelin, Mike?
Yes, it's snow, but I'm in that train with a heart beat through.
It's
the immigrant song.
I don't. I'm like the only person in America that doesn't.
Oh, you're the only person in America that doesn't do a lot of things, Scott. We're having fun without him. Okay. Saito just showed up. All right.
Excellent.
Everybody be quiet. Yes, I like Led Zeppelin.
So Zach says, I think the website you're talking about is Virus Total. What? And that moment of incredible silence, dead air.
No, Virus Total is one of the upload sites.
Okay, so not that one.
I'm not saying it isn't this one. I don't recognize Virus Total. But Virus Total is like a 0-day site.
So people are like riffing off the Tide Pods, by the way.
They're hilarious. Tide Pods are just full of funniness. And they'll kill you.
All right, so EMH. Let's go back to... Really?
What did I do?
All right, 229. EMH says, can you please explain link aggregation?
Link aggregation in terms of putting 2 connectors into 2 NICs to make them play together?
I would assume so.
I think so too. Let me just make sure. Yep, okay. So link aggregation just basically means to have 2 physical connections act like one. And it's really up to the devices themselves as to how that happens. I believe link aggregation is more of a Cisco term than anything else. But I don't have the iOS commands in front of me for link aggregation between 2 devices, but they have to be programmed to handle that. You can have link aggregation in a Windows system. In that case, you usually have to have 2 NICs that know how to play together, and they usually have their own like Intel NICs tend to be able to do this, and you can take 1 gig and turn it into a 2 gig. They share the same IP address, the whole shebang. Actually, I'm not going to promise this, but that might be a fun thing to do as a demo.
Sure.
Is
link aggregation.
Because this is actually appropriate for the new Network Plus book, isn't it?
It is very much appropriate.
Scott and I are fighting about where certain topics go into the book. And
Because we never actually have those kind of like nerd arguments.
I just start using big words and he's immediately confused. Either that or he shows his Habsburg jaw.
Other way around.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, all right, here we go.
let me think about doing like a link aggregation, load balance, active versus passive. Do that because to me they're all similar. You can even throw a clustering in there actually. Let me no promises. Let me think about that. Let me think about that.
So, okay. People for down in the Gators. How about techno gorging? Or that was from William. Or technical pros.
Oh, these are we're
Nameless.
coming up with.
Yeah, they're coming up with contest winners here.
EMH, come back on Wednesday. All right, here's what I will do. EMH, we will do something on link aggregation. The problem is I don't have easy access to the equipment. And even if I did, how could I link it up?
We'll figure it out.
All right, we will have something on link aggregation on Wednesday. I'd like to do a little bit more than say, oh, it's two, you know.
So Alice asks 2:30 p.m. So we're 26 minutes behind.
Hey, you better hurry up.
Yeah, I know, right? Why was the web of trust a failure?
Because we couldn't count on people being trustworthy in terms of who they were connecting it to. And the sources that did use it, Thwate used it a little bit for email, and PGP used it for PGP. Those were fairly successful but they were very aggressively administered. The one thing PKI is always going to have over Web of Trust is you literally have a single source, right?
Sure.
You know, you've got your top certificate. I'm going blank. And you know, if you're not hip to that root certificate, thank you. So if you're not hip to the root certificate, if there's something wrong, you're out. Right. Whereas with Web of Trust, you could have a big mesh of people and have one or two problems, and it could prevent large groups of people from doing whatever they needed to do. So it was an administrative thing, Alex. There wasn't anything necessarily wrong with it. And the places where they didn't have administrative problems is because they had a lot of aggressive administration.
Or as Tella would put it, because nobody believed it. Believed in it, even better. So
EMH, how would you quote a cable pull job? Per drop. I mean, that's usually the way to do it.
Cat 6, $75 a drop. 100?
Minimum of 100, closer to $150 per drop these
okay.
days. And in certain cities could be $200 per drop.
Wow. And then you could live in my house where it has solid walls and you can't drop.
Yeah, you can use Panduit, man. Yeah, I mean, you usually buy drop if there is a particularly noxious travel run, like if you got to go through a fire stop or something like that, which is going to require you to build some extra security into your horizontal runs. You can do add-ons to that, but you scare me when you say stuff like this, because when you say that, it tells me that you may not be ready for doing that kind of stuff. You need to have cable testing equipment, which you can rent here in the United States. In any major city, you can rent these things for a couple $100 a day. Because, I mean, that's the big thing. If you're going to pull cable for somebody, every one of those runs has to work. Every single one of them. And you have to be able to prove that somehow. And usually the best way to prove it is cable testers.
Okay.
Or certifiers, actually.
Right.
And those are $20,000.
So, all right. So at 2:31, Alice asks, is key stretching really impossible to crack?
Well, you can never say impossible, right? We don't use that word.
Yeah.
But most of the key stretching tool sets I'm aware of make it practically impossible to crack. So that we just don't run into that as an issue.
Right.
I'm not aware quickly of any key stretchers that had vulnerabilities that people took advantage of. Nothing rings a bell. Hey, you run through the CVE database and double check that for me?
No, I don't. I super scrolled.
Nameless. I'm picking away at learning Spanish on Duolingo. It's fun to binge once in a while. Or Nameless, just come down to Houston, Texas. Live with us for a while. We'll get you hanging out with some of the Vatos Locos. Andrew Hutt, 1600 was a great year. What, do you remember that? David Zantra, I could burn down the building. He's quoting Office Space.
Which I've
Unlike
never
you-
seen. My geek cred. Look, I just ripped it up and threw it on the floor.
Wait a minute. EMH, PGP still exists. Yeah, I know it still exists, EMH. I don't think anybody's been updating it for a while.
Not like 3 years, right? It's just been updated.
Look, that was one quick Wikipedia. Okay, so Firavault. Edwin says the word Firavault and then the B word.
File vault. Oh, file the macOS built-in disk encryption feature. Yes.
Oh, okay. Firavault.
Well, I knew that.
Bitch. He wrote it. Edwin wrote it. Edward, Mr. Nasty Mouth, put the B word in there. No one fights the popular kids. All right, there's some good lines in here.
There are some good lines.
Here, File Vault. Lots of people are saying File Vault. Gee.
Yep. So,
Babbly.
here's the I get accused of being the Apple guy all the time, but I'm only the Apple guy on my iPad and iPhone, right? I use a Windows desktop because I game, and that's important. There you go.
All right. You guys want to look? People want to do a competition. How are we doing?
It's 3:02. Let's do
3
a
o'clock.
competition.
All right, let's do a quick competition.
All right. So we are 241
We're good.
or so as far as the questions.
Hey,
So
I'm going to
come back to those.
go ahead and. You guys ready for a competition? Here we go. And somebody said they want a Security Plus, so by golly.
Oop. Mermai Lou at 2:42. It's already 10 p.m. their time, so if you're gonna go to bed real soon,
You can stay up for a couple more minutes.
yeah, because we're having a contest. Oh, so let me tell you about the contests. One, they're not fair, although we try. Two, when Mike is going to post a question, don't answer the question with A, B, C, D, but answer it with the actual, type out the answer. Three, whichever right answer comes to us first is the winner. And it depends on your location, how far away from our routers you are, etc. So your answer is going to post first for you, but it's not necessarily going to post first for us. So one of those things. Also, if you want to play but don't want to win, just say so and pass it on. And that's fun too. Did I get them all?
You did good.
Thank you. I even did well. Grammar.
Phrasing. All right, this is actually kind of a tricky question.
Okay, all right. Lay it on.
All right, so this is Security Plus, guys. All right, so we're competing for 180-day access to whatever practice questions you want. So, but we're going to do it Security Plus. This is a tricky question. So,
Okay.
every now and then a tricky question is good for us. No. Why does it do that?
I don't know.
It's a feature.
That's not. Okay. All right. You're centered. You're good.
Here we go. All right. Which of the following are examples of defense in-depth strategies? Choose all that apply. Okay, I'm going to let you guys gel on this for it. There's obviously more than one answer. I'll give you a clue. There's at least two answers.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so the moment you see defense in depth, I mean, there's more than one answer, Alex and Andrew. All right.
Tell him it wins.
I know. Don't
Don't feed him.
Don't feed him. He'll just keep trolling.
But he's funny.
He's a happy troll.
Dave. F.
All right. So I think there's definitely two answers. B and D, vendor diversity and control diversity. I mean, diversity is a definition of what defense in depth is going to do, right?
Right, sure. Well,
but
let's check.
Well,
and what else you have?
I just know because I've done so many CompTIA certifications that when you see the word user training, that's a defense in depth strategy.
So you think 3 answers?
I think there's 3, but let me look. 2 of 3 answers correct. B. It is user training. All right. So user training. So the thing is, I'm not going to try to make great arguments for. Is anybody close? This was a tough question.
Carla, looks
This was a tough one. Here, Scott, I'm going to go back to headshot, but you can just look right there.
Well, I know, but I'm looking down here. I'm looking at the actual answers.
Do we have anybody who's got all 3 of these?
It looks like Carla does.
Carla Rain.
Oh, no.
She does not.
She does
No.
not.
All right, so who's closest?
Tulowit, never leave your king unprotected.
Okay. User training, control diversity using in.
No.
A lot of people got 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you guys, it is a tricky one because, I mean, whenever you hear user training, you definitely got to go with it. You know what? Let's do another question because I don't feel fair doing that. I'm going to come up with another question.
Okay. All right. So.
Do we have a winner?
No.
Oh. So we're going to do another question, guys. That was a tough one.
Do one with 1 answer, Mike.
All right.
That would be better.
Okay. I got one. I'm just reading it. Let me just make sure I like it.
All right. Just checking.
All right. Here we go, guys. Next one. Your dastardly
Your dastardly recovery plan.
Your disaster recovery plan provides an alternate location where business may resume in the event of a problem with the current location. The alternate location is a leased office space. It contains furniture and nothing else. What do you call this site? Do you know? I know.
Furnitureless?
Yeah.
Home. It has nothing but furniture.
Well, it looks like we got a lot of answers here. All right. I'm 99% sure this is a cold site. Yep, B is correct. All right. Cold site. All right. Yay. It's a cold site. Scott, who's the winner, buddy? What do you need, man?
I've got Andrew Hutz.
Yeah, but Andrew's going to say he doesn't want it.
I don't know.
All right, Andrew, you're the winner. Do you want it? Because, Andrew, if you don't take it, we got a newbie in here. Go scroll up. So if it wasn't, it's James IoT. How's that for a last name?
Nice. I like it.
His middle name's Nest. Oh, my God. Wow.
No, Andrew, he's in.
He wants it?
He wants it. Awesome.
All right.
Congratulations, Andrew.
Congratulations, Andrew. Well done.
Go ahead.
Wait. I'm literally using my mouse
I know,
to try
I
to
know.
scroll on your thing.
I know.
All right. No. Congratulations, Andrew Hutz. You are the winner. James, you want to?
Sure, why not?
All right, James IoT. We're going to, because we don't do this very often, we're going to do this. James IoT, you are the new person who made the first answer. So we're giving away 2 prizes on 1 question. So James IoT and Andrew Hutz, you have both won. In order to achieve your prize, you have to send an email. And don't panic, guys. This is all being, Scott Jernigan's putting this all in the chat. You have to send an email to Kathy Y, that's Kathy with a K, KATHYY @TotalSem.com. You got to send her an email. In this email, number one, you will put in your name in YouTube, whatever name I'm seeing you. So I need to see James IoT or Andrew Hutz. Those have to be in there, okay? And then also you got to tell her, what do you want? A+, Net+, Security Plus, and just tell her what you want, and you get access. You literally, it's an online product, and you'll use your email address as your login.
So you can get it anywhere in the world.
Yeah, so you can go anywhere in the world you want. So congratulations to both of you guys, James IoT. All right, I got to tell you this.
Tell me, Mike.
So I have a Nest thermostat. I don't like it. I know what kind of...
Hey, Google.
Yeah, don't. That's all turned off. I've shut off all my home automation.
Did I just set anybody else off?
I think it's OK Google.
Okay, Google.
It's Hey Siri. Go ahead.
Hey, Siri.
Yeah, now you're going to really get everybody angry. Well done.
What time is it?
So I got an email from Nest. In fact, it wasn't even
Thank you, Siri.
It wasn't even an email. It all just kind of came right.
Go ahead.
It kind of just came in through Nest, right?
Nice. Okay.
And it was like, hey man, we'll pay you $25, but we get to control your thermostat. Now we only promise to do it a few times a year. I'm like, no. Now if you pay me $25 a month.
Even that.
No.
Even that. I mean, controlling the thermostat, if you drop our thermostats like from 75 to 72, our electric bills go up like a couple $100 a month. Houston's hot.
It's hot. It's hot
very
in
hot.
Houston.
So
I just couldn't believe for $25.
No.
Where did they get that number? What committee? It was like, how much can we offer people to take away their freedom? $25. You get a mediocre bottle of wine for that. Now you know how much you're worth.
You can get 10 good bottles of wine for that.
Swill. I just thought it was amazing. It was such a low number. I mean, maybe if they put in $100 or something. It just seemed. So anybody who's got a Nest thermostat got this email, and they're just like, yeah, pay us $25 and we get to control your thermostat.
No.
Oh no, we'll do it safely. We're Big Brother. Trust us.
I trust them, Mike. That's why I have an iPhone.
You don't have a Nest thermostat in your house?
No.
I just can't. It's just such a blue thing, you know? I mean...
Blue thing?
Well, you know, blue.
You mean green?
No, I get no politics, right? It's like, I don't know. You can't say anything.
Can't say anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Technobabble is a totally different thing. I'm back to 240.
Yeah, but Andrew Parrish put in techno-babbly. That's almost good.
That's almost good. Technobabbly.
Who did that?
Andrew.
Which we have more than one.
Andrew Parrish.
Right. Andrew Parrish. Techno-babbly. I don't know. It's got a ring to it.
It does. It does. Teacher Russell's here.
Oh, bad.
What?
This Sharpie.
I'm not sniffing your Sharpie.
I tell you, man, this is like the best smelling pen I have ever smelled, dude. Wow. I'm telling. Gee, my knees.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So at 2:49, Gabriel Patino says, "Thanks for all your help. I will study hard so I can get the A+ certification. Thanks for inspiring people the way you do." That's nice. That's sweet.
Thank you very
That's
much.
sweet.
Absolutely. EMH taking the 1001 on Friday. I am nervous. All right, just be cool, EMH. Remember, it's not a SAT. It's not a. If you fail,
It's just money.
it's money.
Yeah.
But it is just money. Filthy lucre that it is. But
Oh, now my nose is itching. It's your house, man. It's the AMA.
It's this pen, dude.
Apparently, it was on the question on fail-safe versus
Wait.
fail-secure. Where are you?
248. Teacher Russell just showed up. Teacher Russell, you got to watch last Wednesday's AMA. I did a whole big thing on trim just for you. Just for you.
It's true.
Saifa Diaz, my Canadian ISP has up to 1.5 gigabits per second down. Oh, well, if we're going to play this game.
Well, apparently, if you're going to be in that part of Canada, then you get the good internet.
It's because the polar bears can really point the satellites so much better than people. No,
So
I mean,
people who live like down south in Texas, we don't really know anything about Canada.
or snow.
Yeah, it snowed here once 20 years ago.
Dude, it snowed here a month and a half ago.
That was not snow. That was ice. It froze. It was like
Talk to the
below
people.
20.
Talk to the people. Go ahead.
I'm talking to the people.
Talk to the people.
I am talking to the people.
Talking to the people.
So at 2:52, Francisco asks, "Do we know when the next A+ is coming?" And that's a good question. No,
We can guess
we can guess.
sometime next year,
Yeah,
but that's all that is a guess.
because CompT exams run on a 3-year cycle. A+ can't.
That is snow.
That is snow.
That is snow.
It's cotton. It's cotton that he like dusted on his back porch. To
We
pretend
call it
was
white
snow.
grass. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't grow snow down here. We
All
grow
right,
cotton.
let's dig up some questions.
Okay,
here.
sorry. All right. Geek zoning. I like that.
Here we go. So Edwin, the only device that
Where are
supports
you?
more than this is 251. The only device that supports more than one native display is the M1 Mac Mini. See, I don't. Is that true?
Wouldn't I,
And what does it mean by support a native display? I mean, I can plug in the native display on this Acer Acer monitor, and So Edwin, the way you're phrasing that's a little confusing. So the only device that supports more than one native display is the M1 Mac Mini. Even so, it only supports 2 external monitors, probably because it doesn't have its own integrated display included. All right. Sure. Edwin,
I'm gonna have to do
yeah,
my own-
he's kind of got us on.
I'm going to have to do my own research on that one.
We need to get an M1 in here, which I was supposed to do 6 months ago.
You hear that first, right?
Yeah, somebody wanted
Mike's buying
me to.
an
Somebody wanted
M1.
me to finish Security Plus.
Oh, well,
They're like,
there's-
don't have fun, don't learn anything. Edwin, thank you for that information. We definitely need to look at M1, and now I'm nervous about buying an M1. Aren't these M2s right around the corner now?
Yeah, they've been announced, but yeah. But might as get an M1 now, and then an M2 later.
There, that's the way.
It's just money.
Did you just jump?
No, I'm at 2:59. Yeah. Okay. So about the A+ timing, Dave Rush posted at 3 o'clock or so that the current A+ exam, the 1001, 1002, was released in January 2019. So if CompTIA sticks with their 3-year cycle, which they will because there's like Department of Defense things that mandate it, essentially. So 2022. Probably in the spring of 2022. But again, CompTIA.
All right, I'm scrambling for more questions. It looks like partially furnished apartment. God, Dolo it.
So okay, all right. So all
I
right.
was going to say, where's the mute button? I think we need the mute button for him.
So so all right. Dave points out a very specific answer to Alice's question
Yeah, but she left. Who cares?
about cracking various technologies. And the answer, of course, is quantum computing.
Okay.
And yeah, the promise of quantum computing is all of these things, all your bases belongs to us, basically. Yeah, all the uncrackable stuff.
We're
just
already aggressively working on
Yeah.
alternatives to, the classic easy one way, hard another way type of algorithm
Yeah.
is where quantum computing can definitely cause some trouble. And we're already quickly on the way to develop other technologies that are going to stop quantum computing immediately. And it's just so cool. You think about when they invented TLS, transport layer security.
Yes.
Now, when we look at TLS, we look at it and we think, well, it uses certificates, right? And it does. It does use certificates.
And it's secure. It makes our web transactions secure.
But certificates are just for authentication. Most of the real encryption stuff, except for a few moments when you're running RSA or something like that, it's all AES, right?
Right.
So it's not easy to crack AES, even with a whatever. Remember, AES itself wouldn't be affected by a new type of computer like that. The key and the probability of deriving the key could. Do you understand the difference? It's important. But TLS is designed, even though it's 25 years old now or whatever it is, they literally designed it from the ground up going, look, we know that these types of encryptions are going to be obsolesced one day. So the whole concept of cipher suite, which is a critical part, when you connect to a TLS capable web server, the first thing it passes to you, literally the first packet you get, is a list of all the cipher suites I can do, right?
Okay.
Well,
Sure. Yeah.
TLS doesn't give a diddly about RSA or
You kept it PG.
elliptic curve or
Yeah.
any of this stuff. It can, whatever you come up with, we can just slide it underneath there. And no one's going to even notice. It's one of my favorite stories I like to tell people is like when somebody first time that they set up a network at home, right? And they get the DHCP working and they get their DNS working properly and everybody's on and everything's working, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they get very excited and they want to tell everybody, oh, look what I did. And I get the DHCP server here, and the DNS was a pass through, and I'm like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Because the end result of all your hard work is Google, right?
Right.
Well,
The whole point, man.
well, it gets frustrating because I get very excited about TLS and some of the things that are happening with TLS. But the end result is you can go on eBay and,
Buy stuff.
buy T-shirts and not have to worry about your credit card being hacked. I mean, that's really all it boils down to. It just gets frustrating because I want to talk about, like,
I want to throw things off my desk.
yeah, I think I lost my good pen, man.
Oh no.
No, it's still here, dude. It's just cool. And the thing is when we come up with the next version of encryption, it'll work perfectly fine with TLS. There'll be no question marks. It's just cool. I don't know.
It is
cool.
It is cool, Mike.
I think it's cool. Brandon Bowman's here. Jane Slayer.
Where you at?
314, David Rush is now quoting Caddyshack.
Tisha Russell at 304 was like, watch Office Space. Okay.
Well, you ought to watch Office Space.
I
It's one of the great,
didn't, I didn't miss it on purpose. I just didn't watch it.
I mean, you saw, what was the movie with Orson Welles? The Sled, Rosebud. Theoretically, the Citizen Kane. You haven't seen Citizen Kane either?
No.
God.
But I've watched
Let's
Monty
literally
Python.
talk-
I've watched Monty Python.
500 times and it just keeps
500
getting
times.
funnier.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can you find me some questions, please?
I'm looking.
All right, while Scott's in there looking for your all's questions, do guys keep in mind that we do have a Discord channel. Let me rephrase that. We don't have a Discord channel. Our buddy Jose Braden has a Discord channel. The Discord channel is a great place to show up and say hello to folks. I'll be on today. It's usually it's a 24/7 Discord channel, but it tends to get a lot of people who are on live immediately after the AMAs. So if you're not aware of that, Scott, can you put a link up for that?
I just posted the link.
Thank you. And
Dave posted it also at 3:13.
Great. So do come on to the Discord channel. I'll be on with my headset and my camera going. In fact, we'll probably just do it right here.
Yeah, we'll just do it right here.
And
Sure.
and we're there to answer questions. I mean, that's the big thing. I know a lot of times with this AMA format, it's tricky because sometimes the question has to be developed through a series of more responses. And so the Discord channel does a nice job with that. The other nice thing is that you can throw questions into the Discord channel, and if I don't get to them, Scott will, Dave Rush will, Michael Smyer, the Wacky Crowd, Zach Tolowit, Andre, Alex, Andrew,
Jason.
Yeah, there's plenty of folks on there.
Tons of people that are.
I see Tommy and. But please consider jumping into the Discord channel. And again, probably the best time to jump in is usually takes me about 10 minutes after one of these, and I will be on today.
Nice. Okay. So apparently,
Alex did not leave. She's still on. Somebody said Alex.
So Tolowit at 3:12 said, "You made my Google Home say, I guess my Siri impression is working. I can also imitate a toaster." And then it made a toaster ding.
EMH, are there any good resources for performance test questions? I'm really tempted to tell them about
that Total Tester product.
This. Yeah, go for it, Scott.
So our
Total Sims.
Our Total Sims product is a good imitation of the performance-based questions that you'll see on the CompTIA exams. We have them for CompTIA A+ and Network Plus. In theory, we have them for Security Plus. Stop looking at me that way, Andre. I'm working on them. I don't have them yet, but
we're very close.
Yeah.
They're building up quite quickly now.
Yes. But yeah, the performance-based questions. Some of the, just leave it right there.
Yep, absolutely.
Our competitors probably have great stuff too.
But they are competitors.
And I'm not going to sell their products to you, so you know.
Joshua M. at 321. Does port forwarding compromise the security of my home network? Yeah, it does. Because basically what's happening with port forwarding is you're exposing one of your computers to one or more open port numbers. And when the evil boys of the internet can get onto that thing, they can look for vulnerabilities on that device. And so are you creating vulnerabilities? Is that what you've said? I want to make sure I'm using the right words here. Compromise the security. Yeah, it compromises security by expanding the attack surface.
Sure.
All right? It doesn't necessarily mean that whatever camera you've got back there or whatever it is that you're port forwarding to, it just gives bad guys more places to look for naughtiness. And so in that case, it has the ability to compromise by providing more attack surface.
Fair enough.
Got to be careful with these guys.
I know. Crazy Homebody Girl is taking Security Plus on Saturday.
Woo!
Break a leg.
Break a leg, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joshua M. at 324. With the rapid continual development of technology, what approaches do you take for updating your knowledge? Swim! Just swim!
Paddle! Faster.
There's no good answer. We have some episodes that talk about some of the technology sites that I go to personally, but it's always an uphill battle. It's always an uphill battle. I don't remember what it was I ran into recently. Oh, I don't remember. It was a technical thing that I should have known. It was very embarrassing that I didn't know it. That happens to me a lot. Or, God, the ultimate embarrassment is when some technical thing is big news on mainstream media. Then, hey, Bob, have you heard about the new, whiz-bang or USB? And it's like, no, I haven't. It's like, I should have been on top of this. You do the best that you can, man.
Yeah.
It's hard, Joshua.
Ars Technica, Tom's Hardware, Anantech. These are all good places.
For starters, yeah.
Yeah.
Nameless. We've hit Mike's technical pros for TLS. Is that
Technical pros. That was.
Did I wax?
That's the Gators.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, because I like Technobabbly.
Technobabbly's pretty good.
I'm gonna chew on that one a little bit. How are we doing time wise?
We are
3:30. We're doing
3:30.
fine.
Yeah, we're fine, and we're at like 3:20. So.
Nameless hasn't seen Citizen Kane either, and he even spelled Kane wrong. He spelled it as in like Cain and Abel.
I just, there are some times when you say something, and I have a great response, but we're on live TV, and I just can't say it.
Well, then what I would recommend you do, Scott, is that you then quote the Bible, as I often do.
In the beginning.
Cain was a smooth man, but Abel was a rough man.
That is not in the Bible.
Genesis, look it up, buddy. It absolutely is.
Smooth man and rough man?
Yeah, rough man.
I'm so looking this up right now.
No, because, it's not like we got people with questions.
Oh, it's okay. All right, fine.
Well, that's
fine.
right. It is religion. Gregor's.
Oh, there's a good question. 320, Jane Slayer.
Wait, no, we skipped one.
Oh, okay.
Can you explain what is a perimeter network? So, in any... I'm not sure what you mean by perimeter network. I think what you're trying to say is the whole reason we do IT security is that we have to protect our infrastructure, right? So most networks have their most robust defenses. What I would call edge computing would probably be the more popular term. But when we talk perimeter, that's usually more of a physical security thing. We talk about physical security. So, Gregor, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to give you a full answer. I'd like to get more on that. But a perimeter network could be anything from a DMZ to anything on the edge that's protecting that which is within it.
Okay. So Jane Slayer asks at 3:20, will quantum computing end Bitcoin?
No. There's going to be a lot more that's going to end Bitcoin. I mean, the biggest thing that's going to end Bitcoin is the fact that it's
electricity.
No. Well, Bitcoin is one of the few cryptocurrencies that has a limited number of, what you do call it. So, I don't know if that would...
Technical term.
I don't remember. I'm not a crypto genius. But no, I don't think any of that stuff... how do you deal with the illegal distribution of your books? I don't. It's McGraw-Hill, and it's very frustrating, and I don't know.
So Dave actually had a slightly different question or different take on your.
Yes.
Will quantum computing destroy cryptocurrency? And his response was yes.
Okay.
So the thing is, we don't know because quantum computing isn't really a thing yet.
That's right.
So we will find out. Where are you at? Oops, I just super.
I'm at 3:29. We're slowing down a little bit. We know on the people stealing our books. Ian Morrison, is it bad if your internet is connected with a CATV cable? No, not at all.
He asked that question much earlier and we skipped it.
Did we? All right. No, it's not a problem at all. In fact, there's two technologies you're going to see for last mile for most people is either going to be a piece of fiber or it's going to be a piece of the RG6, what you call CATV, CATV.
Yeah, coaxial.
Yeah, coaxial, RG6 coaxial. I guess there's still a little RG59 out there, not much.
Yeah.
But no, it's not bad at all. It shocks me. I did not expect to see coaxial cable running gigabit. That surprised me.
Yeah.
But the latest versions of DOSIS support gigabit. WISA, hers
I
is...
assumed she has fiber.
Nope, Xfinity. Same cable that she's been using for years, unscrews her old router, throws it in the trash, screws in the new glows blue router.
Throws it in the recycling bin.
Yeah, into the earth. And then the same one. The guy ran a couple of tests. Oh, this cable's great. Bleep, bloop, bloop. 600 megabit per second with after latency.
Wow.
Same piece of cable.
On copper. That's awesome.
It just, that exact cable existed in the 70s. And
My glass cable didn't. I'm just saying.
Multimode did. But it just always amazes me. J Baseball 362 Rosebud. There you go. NJI/LLC Media. Ooh, that look.
Apparently, it was that look I gave you. Yes.
Jacob and Esau. Oh my God, they're right.
What?
It wasn't Cain and Abel. It was Jacob and Esau.
Where are you?
I'm at page 330, time 331, Tolowit. Jacob was the smooth man.
Okay. See? You were almost there.
Joshua M. If you use cabling standards 568A and 568B on either ends, do the computers form a network? Well, if you do 568A on one end and 568B on the other end, you've created a crossover cable. And for many systems, yes, you can take two computers, plug them together with a crossover cable, and they will communicate. It's a little bit questionable how well that works. And a lot of times, especially if you have like 10 gigabit systems, most of the time you have to kick it down. You have to go into the place we dare not go very often, into your network card settings, and you can actually force the speed down to a lower speed. But yeah, it's a crossover cable, and you can connect two devices together. Absolutely can.
We are officially caught up on questions.
All right, well, that's pretty good. Guys, I think we did pretty good today. We got a little competition in. Wednesday is we're going to do a little link aggregation. I'm hoping I can do a lot. Let's just see. I got to see how my timing is. I got a buddy of mine who's a little crabby about my performance on getting Network Plus questions out the door, but let me see what I can do for the link aggregation, because it is an interesting topic.
Absolutely.
And then on top of that, it gives an opportunity to bring in load balancing and a few toys like that,
Sure.
which could be a new chapter in the Network Plus.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to be able to fit all this into the existing
Fine.
chapter. Oh, come on.
We're gonna arm wrestle. Yeah, we're still kind of duking it out over
All right, hang on.
a few things.
They're sneaking them in here. One more quick question.
Okay.
So a VPN masks your IP address and encrypts all your transmission, but a proxy filters outbound network traffic? Oh, dear. Oh, goodness, Joshua.
Okay.
How do we do this easily?
First, describe what a VPN does, and which VPN. Right.
Like a forward or a reverse?
Or the VPN that we think
No,
about.
we're talking
like
proxies. So both forward and reverse VPN works. Yeah. I got to think about this for a minute. The problem is these are big questions.
That's a very big question, and it was
You know what?
couched as a single sentence.
We can't do that as a single. You know what I'm going to do? We have some videos that we did on this already, and where'd it go? So Joshua M., I've got to go through our video library, the Mike, Ask Mike Anything, because we've covered all these. And Joshua, what we'll do is we will have the links to both VPN and proxy server out to you, so you can look at those, review those, and then come back with questions, because we've covered those in great detail. And I just,
and
why bother reinventing the wheel, right?
If we talk long enough, Dave Rush will probably post those links, since he's the indexer of the AMAs.
Oh, come on. Look, someone just threw it to me underhanded. Nameless at 3:40. Mike, it's the end of the stream. Explain the universe in a single answer.
42.
Yeah, come on. That's
Come
easy.
on.
I'm a fruit who knows where his towel is. Maximilio Papadilla. How common is it for people to do CCNA and CCENT along with Network Plus, as you suggest in your book? Is it doable? It's highly doable. In fact, if you do Network Plus first, I think you'll find all of your Cisco experience to be a lot easier.
And it's just CCT now, but yeah.
Yeah, CC. That's right. Forgot about
Yeah.
that. All right. All right, so guys, we are going to be heading. Is there another one? Oh, cool.
Well done, Dave. Thank you.
So there it was. Joshua, Dave Rush just posted that into the link for VPNs. And there's a discussion of VPN versus proxy server.
Yep. And I'm posting the link to the unofficial
Discord channel?
Official. I can't type because I can't actually.
DISCORD. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and post those. I'll be over in the Discord channel in about 10 minutes. We'll drop in. Are you going to stick around?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
All right.
Sure.
And we'll stick around. Until then, guys, we'll see you on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be link aggregation and any other questions Joshua M. has on VPN and proxy servers.
Right.
All right,
Sounds
guys.
great.
We are out the door here, and we will see you again on Wednesday. So until then, hasta la vista.